I have an entire 3-light setup in this small Peli case right here. And I think we can really only say that about one brand of lighting right now. Zhiyun has been absolutely killing it when it comes to lighting, and I think as a small filmmaker or a solo filmmaker, someone that really does a lot of run and gun with limited crew, this might be the best lighting to invest in. Now I want to mention that Zhiyun did send me this CX100 light for exchange of a review of this product. However, they have no say on this light, and just for a little extra confidence with you guys, I already had invested in 2 of their other lights prior to any relationship with them. So this will be a true unbiased review of this product and what I think about it. Now what's pretty amazing is this 200 watt, 100 watt, and 60 watt light all fit in this case. They're tiny, but they're powerful. They are comparable to the Aperture 200 watts, 60 watts, and the 100 watts. Color temperature is pretty close, and as far as I'm concerned, the size is worth it for a lot of the work that I do. Now, I usually rent or hire a gaffer that has a ton of aperture lighting, and so it's not really worth it for me to own aperture lighting. But this kit has saved me on many corporate gigs, even a short film, as well as this shot deck competition that you'll see I almost completely lit with the Zhiyun lights, and they worked perfectly for this particular shot that we had to make, which I will break down in a future video. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe. It also just helps the channel out. It helps us grow. It really shined on this shot deck competition because we were in super tight quarters and rigging was pretty complicated, but as you can see with all these BTS photos and videos, it really helped having these small lights. Solo filmmaking means you don't have a key grip, so anything to reduce friction and minimize any sort of stress with your lighting setups really helps a lot. And so enough about just raving about the Zhiyun lights and how amazing it is that I can fit it in this small kit, but let's actually talk about this product that was sent to me, which is the CX100. Now this light is part of their more budget line. With that is a built-in battery rather than the detachable ones. On their X100 it actually detaches. And then there's also no LCD on the back. And so the price point is actually really attainable for most people, and it's still a really bright light. It's really hard to find this bright of a light for this budget. Now it does come with this proprietary mount, which is a lot smaller than Bowen's mount. However, I highly suggest investing in one of these Bowen mounts adapters, not only because it helps you use Bowen's attachments, but it also has this attachment for baby pin and all that stuff. And so it's really worth it. And I just broke it. Look at that. I didn't actually break it, we're good. But one thing that is included is this little reflector dish with a diffusion little doodad. I don't know what to call that. It softens the light a little bit, but it also increases the intensity. And so, now turning it on is admittedly a little complicated at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's not that big of a deal. You press it once and then immediately press it again while holding until it turns on. So one click, now press and hold, and boom, it's on. And it's obviously very bright. That is max. And so we can back it down a little bit. One thing that I will mention is because of its simplicity, there is no diagram on this with basically showing the exact power output, but there's also no diagram showing the exact color temperature. And so it also doesn't have the best finesse when it comes to power. However, it's a sacrifice for the price of this. So like I said, these lights really do shine, pun intended, really in small quarters, like as I've shown on this shot deck competition recreation that we did. We really had to fit a bright light in this really small area, and it worked beautifully for that. We were able to power the entire thing with USB-C plugged straight into the wall, which again means not a humongous power brick or adapter, just a small little Type-C plug, and we were good to go. So like I kind of touched on, the only cons I can really remark on are the simplicity of this means that we don't have the display, so we can't just glance and look at what our output or our color temperature is, but I think that is reflected in the price of this product, and so it's a sacrifice to make for a little bit of a cheaper product. The other con is this battery is not detachable, but not that big of a deal because you can plug USB-C straight into it, and we're kind of all using USB-C now at this point, so it wouldn't be that hard to find USB-C power. I really do love these lights. I have been a huge fan of them, going on for about 2 years now of the Zhiyun system in a whole, and I've been testing and using this light for a couple months now and have very few complaints. I love the lights. They've been my go-to for at least my solo projects when I don't have a crew. And so there's not much else to say about them. I would say if you are looking for a cheaper option to invest in rather than Aperture, or just something that you really do want, something easier to rig, then I would go for these Zhiyun lights. They have treated me well. They've been great for the past couple years that I've been using them, and they're kind of a great ecosystem to jump into because they are on the forefront of innovating with size and color accuracy. Well, that'll be it for now. If you do have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.